loves, it's Isabel. So I know I haven't filmed in such a long time. I apologize so much. I've just been so busy with school. But anyway, today's video is going to be on this makeup look right here, which is a cut crease. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. Actually came out really pretty. But again, if I could film every single Saturday, I would die to do that. I wish I could, but I just can't because of school and everything. So hopefully over the summer I can achieve that for you guys because I want to always be here. I love filming. But anyway, it's on this makeup look right here, and I have struggled with cut creases for the longest time, and I literally just figured out how to do it like 2 weeks ago, and I've non-stop doing it. So hopefully in this video I can show you how I figured out how to do it to make it the easiest way possible for you guys to follow. And yes, I am wearing my hair curly. I actually watched a YouTube video. I forget her name, but I'll link it right here. I actually love her so much, but she did a video on how to fix damaged hair and make it really pretty, and I bought the exact same products and followed the exact same video. I literally put up the video while I do my hair, and as you guys can see, it works so much because I don't have to straighten my hair as much anymore. I could be confident with a curly. So definitely, I was gonna film the video, but I was like, it's the exact same video as her. So if you have damaged, dry hair, whatever, go check out her video because it made worlds of difference. Please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Also, you can always comment down below videos you want to see me do, and follow me on my social media, imb.beauty. That's my Snapchat and my Instagram. You can ask me questions and see what I post. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so hi guys. I decided to do this video, as you heard in the intro, as a talk through, just because my last makeup tutorial was a voiceover, and I also haven't seen you guys in such a long time as usual. I really hope, I told you guys in the intro, but I really hope that I could film every Saturday, but I just don't have enough time, so hopefully by the summer I can do that. But to start off this cut crease look, I wanted to make this kind of like a tips video too, because like I know like some people who are new to makeup, these tips might help them. So the first thing is, like, if you feel like your hair is like getting all in your face, because girl, I know I got a lot of hair, but if you feel like your hair is like getting in your face while you're trying to do makeup, but you just flat ironed it or you just curled it and you don't want to dent it, I definitely recommend getting one of these clips. They have these at like any store, like Walmart, any like drugstore, but the hairdresser use them, and you can just clip your hair back, but it has this thing so you could put it on a different notch and it'll stay. Sorry, I'm like breaking it, but you put it on a notch and then it'll keep, it's supposed to stay, but it's not right now. Basically, it stays, and then it won't touch your hair, but it'll keep it up so it won't dent it. So I definitely recommend these. And then also, if you don't, just pull your hair back up in a ponytail and you'll be good to go. Also, I recommend having one of these mirrors. I love these mirrors so much. One side zoomed in, one side's not. And just a handheld mirror. It sits on a table, and I really like it because it's so much easier. Sometimes you can't see when the mirror is too far away. So this is just better for me. So yeah, so we're just gonna jump right in. I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and so you can see everything, and hopefully it's not like the last makeup tutorial where you couldn't even see my face. So we're gonna try this again. So we're just gonna get right into it. Oh, and I forgot to say, but this makeup look revolves around the Jaclyn Hill palette. So if you have that palette, this is the time to take it out because it has all the colors in it. If not, it's fine. You can use something else. Sorry, it's disgusting because I literally wiped my dirty fingers all over it. But anyway, so we're gonna be going into the Jaclyn Hill palette, the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. And I don't know the names of the shades off the top of my head, but I'll put them on the screen as I say them. You'll see them, so then you know, if in case you want to know the shades. But yeah, I don't know why she didn't put them in the palette. She should have, because it's very complicated to read the sheet, and then what if you lose the sheet? Then you gotta look it up. It's a whole thing, but whatever, still love her. Anyway, I'm going to be going in with a big fluffy brush, and none of my brushes have names on them because they're just really cheap, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. But here, I'll show you. But this is the brush, and they're not dirty, by the way. They just are stained because I bought brushes with white bristles. Don't know why, but I did, so they get really stained really easily. But I'm gonna go in this palette with this shade right here. Hang on. This shade right here, which is just kind of like a nude shade, and this is gonna be my transition shade, but you can use any shade you prefer to just transition in your crease. And because we're doing a cut crease look, it doesn't really matter the first transition shade. It doesn't really have to be super neat because it's just a transition shade, but you definitely want to keep it in your crease because we were focusing our look there, and we want to build up color there. So I'm just going back and forth, and the whole idea of this look is we're just going to keep, sorry, we just went out of focus. The whole idea of this look is we're just going to keep going back and forth in our crease and building up color. So we go from lightest to the darkest shade. So after doing that, we're still keeping with the same brush, and we're going to be going into this shade over here, which is just a little bit darker. the same exact brush and applying this in our crease. And also, as you're doing this, you want to wing it up a little bit at the end to start creating that cut crease look. And if you feel that the brush is too big, you can just transition into a smaller brush and it's fine. I just start off with the bigger brush, and then as you'll see as I go through the look, I'll get to a smaller and smaller brush. Okay, so now we're going to start moving into the darker shades. So I am using a BH Cosmetics 141 brush, and it's just more dense and defined. It's a little bit more, dense and defined, so it'll define in my crease a little bit more. And then I'm going to be going in with a darker shade now. So the shade that I'm going to be using is this color right here. It's kind of like a little maroon red brown shade. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's dark, and you don't want to put so much on your brush because we just did a light color, so we don't want to go like crazy. So we're just going to start with the dark color and build it up nicely. So I'm just going to put this in my crease, keep it low, and just blend back and forth with this brush. And then remember to wing it up at the end to just create that cut crease look. And again, these are the brushes that I found worked the best, but if you feel a different brush is working better for you, obviously go ahead and do that. Just make sure, the biggest thing with the cut crease is that you're building up the color in the crease. You want to make sure it stays in the crease and doesn't go all over the lid, because then what will happen is it'll look like, sorry, we're out of focus. We'll go back and focus. But it'll look like you have like color everywhere. Why are we out of focus? Come in focus. No. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. We went out of focus for a little bit. My autofocus is all off because the lighting in here. But anyway, if you don't blend it continuous focus, if you don't blend it completely in the crease, what's going to happen is it's going to get all over the lid, and it's not going to look like a cut crease look. It's just going to be in the middle of the lid. So make sure you do this back and forth. Okay, so after doing that, guys, I'm going in with this brush. This is just a brush from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, but I actually really like it. It has like a fluffy side and then like a more defined side. So we're going to be using the more defined side, obviously, because we're doing a cut crease. And then I'm going back in the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going in with one of the darker shades, the shade right here. It's almost black, but not black. And I'm going to be putting it on the brush. And again, you want to make sure you don't use like so much product. You want to try to keep it contained, and then just put it directly in the crease and blend this out slowly. Again, keeping it in the crease. You don't really want to blend it out crazy anywhere. And then wing it out at the ends. And you don't have to worry how this looks like neat wise, because we're going to be cutting the crease later on, and the concealer will clean up anywhere that we messed up. Oh, and also, guys, if you guys want to see a video on like how I film and like where my film stuff is, because as you guys saw, there's a drastic change like how my filming looks now from when I started. So if you want a video on that or anything, you can comment that down below, because honestly it's not that hard to achieve how I achieved it. I literally, some of it was not affordable, but like I don't have a film room or anything. I literally am using my parents' old bedroom, and I'm in the corner. Like, it looks good from here, but like I'm literally, there's stuff everywhere. So like you don't have to have a lot of space or a lot of money to be able to do it. You could definitely, because I know before I got my lighting and my camera, I did it a different way and it worked just as well. So you could do that too. Okay, so then when you have something that is looking like this, I know a little crazy, we're going to start cutting the crease. So I'm just using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair, but you can use whatever concealer you prefer. Just make sure it's something thick so it can cover over any eyeshadow that went out of place. And this is, again, a good tip when the mirror comes in, because you have a close mirror, it's good to see. And then I'm just using the BH Cosmetics 142 brush. This brush is great if you have trouble with cutting your crease. It's kind of just flat and dense, and it gets right in your crease. So I'm just taking some of this concealer and putting it on the back of my hand so I can work with it from there. You don't need a lot, and if you need more, you could always get more. And then I'm just taking this and cutting out my crease. And also, if you guys have hooded eyelids, the one thing I recommend is looking down, and keep looking down until the concealer dries, because otherwise it'll get up here and that would not be good. It will just ruin the look. So I'm just gonna go off camera because it's really hard to talk while doing this, and I'll do a voiceover for this part. Okay, and then the footage got cut out, but I just took a concealer brush and blended out the rest of the concealer on the edges, so then it just looks seamless and smooth. And sorry guys, I'm talking really close like a creep, but if I move it, then you can't see me do my eye makeup, so whatever. So then we're going to be going in the next step, which is filling in the lid. Okay, so to fill in your lid, you can use any light shade that you want just because you don't want it to be dark, because then that just defeats the purpose of the cut crease. So I wanted something a little shimmery, so I'm going to be going in with this shade right here, and I want to use my finger for this look just because it blends out better with your finger. Make sure your hands are clean though, please. You don't want to spread bacteria on your face, but I'm just going to be taking it on my finger. And again, you can use a brush if you're totally like anti-finger. It's just like, I feel like if you use your finger, you get more pigmentation than if you use a brush for some circumstances. And then obviously, like, since I'm using my finger, it's gonna get a little out of the good thing about a cut crease is you can always like go back in with that cut crease color if you get out of line. So I'm tapping this on with my finger, and like obviously some of the product is going to get up there just because my finger is big, but I can go right back in with that Defines brush and then just blend it out again with that transition. Okay, so now for this makeup look, I did my lower lash line last, but if you don't want to do that before we do the glitter and eyeliner, you could go and do your under eyelashes now, but I just do it at the end. So now we're going to be going into glitter. This is another thing where if you have hooded eyelids, you want to make sure you keep looking down, because if you look up while the glitter's still wet, you're gonna get glitter all up here, and honey, that is not cute. Trust me, I've had to stop makeup tutorials filming several times because I've looked up. So just don't look up. Anyway, to do this, I'm going to be using this right here. This is so old, oh my gosh. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. I love these so much. So they have one side with glitter, one side with like metallic stuff. We're going to be using the glitter side, but they have these in every shade, so if you want a different shade, and I love it because it's liquid, so you don't need glue to apply it, and it doesn't get everywhere. So yeah. And then to apply this, I'm going to be using this brush right here. It's just kind of like an eyeliner brush. It's bent. I don't know. People use this for their eyeliner. That's what it's made for, but I just use the eyeliner wands that the eyeliner, liquid eyeliner comes with, so I use this for my glitter. I feel like it has the best angle kind of thing. So I can't talk while I do this because I'm not that talented. So I'm just going to film myself doing it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm just applying the glitter inside my crease, and if you have hooded eyelids and want the glitter to be seen with your eyes open, I definitely recommend applying the glitter a little bit higher so that when your eyes are open you can see it. And I did not choose to wing the glitter out at the end for this look, but if you want to wing the glitter out, you can obviously do that. And I definitely recommend this brush for this just because for the side where you're not dominant on, it's easier to apply. So like for me, it's easier to apply on my left side, so as my nose gets in the way. With this brush, that doesn't happen. So I definitely recommend it. Okay, so sorry, you don't know what just happened, but basically in the middle of my makeup tutorial, my memory card decided to get full, so I had to switch to a different memory card, which has less gigabytes on it, so this might stop filming in the middle of my video again, because when I actually get time to sit down and film, I can't film because the memory card fell. I'm telling you, it's like jinxing me. Like literally, I have 2 hours to sit down and film, and then the memory card gets full, and then wait a second, the battery's gonna die. Like, it's just my luck. But anyway, I did the glitter in my crease. Look how fly it looks, I know. And I waited for it to dry before I looked up because, as I told you guys, if you don't, you will get glitter all up here, and that is not cute unless you're trying to do glitter brows, which in this video we are not doing glitter brows. So anyway, I'm going to be going on to putting on my liquid eyeliner with a wing. If you guys don't want a wing for this look, girl, I get you. You don't have to do a wing. But I can't talk and do the wing at the same time because, again, not that talented. So I will do a voiceover while I'm doing the wing. But we're going to go and get the wing on. Okay, so now I chose to use a liquid eyeliner, but if you would like to use a gel or a pencil eyeliner, you can go ahead and use that now. So I'm going on with the Revlon Color Stay Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Blackout. And I'm just applying this the closest I can to my lashes and then winging it out at the end. And I definitely recommend this eyeliner. I think if you're not that good at winged eyeliner or you don't want to have to use the tape, I think this is the easiest one that you can get. It's so easy to apply. It's super thin, so you can get right in the right spots, and it's super pigmented. I like you the way you are. One word, driving in your car, and you talking to me one-on-one, where you become. Okay, so my eyeliner's a little off, but guys, I can't do anything about it right now. This morning, it's like early in the morning. I'm tired, so it's a little off, but you guys know how to apply eyeliner. I usually do it with tape, so it's not off, but guys, whatever. We're human. We're not perfect. My eyeliner's a little off. Doesn't mean I'm bad at makeup, just my eyeliner's a little off today, so it's fine. And let me tell you, it's pretty damn good. Like, it's a little off. Like, I'm pet peeve. Like, my pet peeve is, like, having eyeliner, like, not match. I need a work on that, because literally I've deleted so many videos because I've done the whole eye makeup tutorial and then the eyeliner's off and I have to take it all off, and I've come to realize that, like, in the scheme of things, unless you're super good at makeup and a makeup artist, when you're in a public place, no one really notices if your eyeliner is a little bit off. So for this video, it's going to be a little bit off. But anyway, I guarantee you guys, if I didn't say anything, no one would have noticed. I bet. But whatever. I said something because it bothers me. So now that we applied the eyeliner, this is when I'm going to go in now and do my lower lash line. So I don't think I need to film this. I don't know. I'm doing the same thing, same colors I use in the cut crease, and then just blending them out underneath my lash line. And I think it's important to do your lower lash line just because it brings definition to the eye. If you don't do it, you look kind of naked under here. So I definitely recommend doing that. And then this is just leftover makeup from last night. So that I didn't do anything for. I'm going to go do something about it now. Okay, so I just went ahead and applied false lashes, and I used the Ardell 814 lashes. These are really dramatic. If you want to go for like a more simple look or a natural look, you can obviously use less dramatic lashes or no lashes at all. And then the next thing that I'm going to be doing is taking this eye pencil here. It is by Lord of Berry. It's kind of just an eye pencil I got in one of those Birch boxes, and I'm just tight lining my eyes. You don't have to do this. I just feel like it defines the look a lot better. So I'm just taking this and applying this underneath here on both sides. Okay, you know what? Because I'm nice, I'm gonna film the lower lash part. So I'm gonna go in with this dark color right here, and I'm gonna just blend this color underneath my lower lash line. And I know, and oh, I'm using the I don't know, it just doesn't have a name on it. But I know a lot of people like take a lot of time on their lower lash line and they use like a lot of colors. But I just take one. I just want to bring a definition and color there. I don't really care, like, as long as it matches. But if you're one of those people that like to blend out like 6 colors, because girl, I don't got time for that. But if you like to blend out 6 colors underneath your lower lash line, don't judge. Go ahead and do it. I'm just going to do one color for this makeup look. And then I'm going to go, and I'm using my finger again. I know you people who are germaphobes, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be using my finger again. I promise you it's clean. And I'm going to be going in with this shade right here and putting it on my brow bone and my inner corner of my eye. And this is just my highlight color, and you could use any shimmery or matte. Some people like matte. You know, I'm just all about that glitter. But any color you want, and then just place it there. And I'm using my finger for this, but again, you can use a brush if you prefer. Okay, so I just went ahead and applied false lashes, and I used the Ardell 814 lashes. These are really dramatic. If you want to go for like a more simple look or a natural look, you can obviously use less dramatic lashes or no lashes at all. And then the next thing that I'm going to be doing is taking this eye pencil here. It is by Lord of Berry. It's kind of just an eye pencil I got in one of those Birch boxes, and I'm just tight lining my eyes. You don't have to do this. I just feel like it defines the look a lot better. So I'm just taking this and applying this underneath here on both sides. Okay, so I just recently started filling in my eyebrows. I know, miracle, right? Yeah, I shaved them off when I was 5, so I literally have like no eyebrows, and I figured out that if I can fill them in, they look so much better. I know, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, if you normally fill in your eyebrows before you do your foundation, you can go ahead and do that. I just not that good at it, and I usually just do it after, but whatever you prefer. But so I'm going to be going in with my foundation, and this is a new one. This is one that I don't usually use. I just felt like changing it up, so I went and got my color matched, and this is the one that we came up with for my skin. This is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and even though it does say Sheer Glow, and I am technically oily, acne, it covers really well. It's really buildable, which I like, because since you have acne, you don't want it to be cakey, but I can build it up if I want more or less coverage. So I definitely recommend this foundation. If you want to see a review on it, you can just let me know. If you've never been color matched before, I recommend going and getting it done, because it makes a complete difference. Because a lot of the times the problem is you're wearing the wrong color foundation, and you tend to look really pale or really orange, and you don't want that. So you just go into like a Nordstrom's or a Macy's or any of those places. You don't have to necessarily go into a Sephora or MAC, and they'll do the same thing, and they'll find a foundation for your type of skin, and they'll match you. By the way, if this video cuts off, it's because my battery's dying, so if it just cuts out, that's why. So I'm going to be going in with this foundation, and the best way I find to apply this is just pour it on my brush. I know that sounds weird, but it's not a like squirt top, which I wish it was. So this is a flat top kabuki brush. It is the It Cosmetics, I'm not sure what brush it is. Oh, It Cosmetics 115 brush. I really like it. It's just a flat top kabuki brush. It's really dense. And I only use like a pea size of this because even though it's a sheer glow, I feel like it covers my skin really well. And it makes me look glowy, which is really hard to achieve when you have acne and oily skin. But it makes me glowy without oily. So I just blend this out in circular motions. You know the deal, the usual. Okay, now the next thing I'm going in with is also fairly new. It's the NARS, or fairly new to me, like not fairly new, but like one of my new concealers, is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Oh, and the foundation that I have is in the shade in the shade Light 2, and this one is also in the shade Light 2, so they match the shades. But as you guys saw, my what is it, the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer was way too light, and underneath my eyes was always like super white, so now I just use that to like cut out my eyes, and then cut out my eyes to cut my crease. Sorry, that sounded really violent. And then so I'm just using this, and this is in the pot form, and not that you guys care, but I used to use the Radiant Creamy Concealer by NARS, and I loved it, but I feel like I went through it so fast and it was kind of pricey, and the lady recommended the pot form because she said that it's full coverage and you don't go through it as fast, and she's completely right. I haven't even made a dent in it, and I use it almost every day. So I'm just applying this underneath my eyes to cover up any dark circles, and then I don't really have any blemishes because my acne medication and cream and stuff has been working. So, but if you have any dark circles or blemishes that you would like to cover up, now's the time. Next, I'm going in with like the same blush I use all the time because I just love it, but this is the Beauty Counter Color Pinch Cream Blusher, and it's in the shade Hibiscus. And then the way I use this is I just take it and I apply it in little dots on my cheeks like this, and it's really pigmented, so you don't want to use a lot or you'll look really red. And then I just take a stippling brush by e.l.f. This is a small stipple brush by e.l.f. and then blend it out like this, and I do it in dabbing motions. I feel like it blends it smoother into the skin than circular motions, but you can do it however you prefer. Okay, so we had to take like a quick break because my camera died, but whatever, bound to happen. Anyway, I'm going to be going in with highlighter. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ultimate Glow Kit. I absolutely love this palette. I think it has such a variety of shades, and it's definitely not that expensive if you want a variety of highlighters in a palette. And then I'm just going in with this flat brush here. It doesn't have a name, but it's just like a flat brush, and I like it because it gets more of the highlighter pigmentation in the one spot instead of like a big brush where you end up with a whole shimmery face. So I'm going to be going in with the shade I'm going to be going in with the shade Amber Gold right here, which is like a rose gold shade, and I'm just taking this and applying this to the tops of my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, and my nose. I said that backwards. My nose and my cupid's bow, and then I'm just going to put a little bit on my forehead. And this is good because you can like build it up, but I just like the gold. And again, you could use any color highlighter that you like. I just like the gold because I think it went well with this look. Okay, so now this is when I choose to do my eyebrows, but again, if you usually do them before. So now I just started doing this, as I said, so I don't have like a brow pencil or anything fancy. I literally use an eyeshadow palette. So this is just the Nudes Maybelline. It's so old. It was literally like my third eyeshadow palette, and I just use the darkest brown up here. I'm not really sure if it matches exactly, but basically I'm just trying to fill in the spots where I shaved off. And then this is just, I just use this like flat angled brush. It's not made for eyebrows or anything. And then I just basically fill them in where I'm missing hair, which is like my whole eyebrow. But yeah, so that's all I do. I know I don't have like the slay eyebrow or anything yet. I know my friend at Megan, the other day I did her makeup, if you didn't see, and she was like, give me the slay eyebrow. And I was like, I don't know how to do that, but I can fill them in for you. So I'm working on that. I have to learn how to do that. If you guys have any like tricks or like tips on how to do it, comment it down below or like DM me, because I really want to learn, and I need to get some like brow stuff. I heard the Anastasia Brow Wiz is good, so I want to get that. I just didn't get it yet, but this works. Yeah, so if you can't afford like crazy brow stuff, use some eyeshadow. This is the exact same thing. Probably should be using a better brush than this, but it's fine. And then also, I know for a tip, don't put so much brow products right here because then it looks not natural. Make sure you fade it from light to dark because on a natural eyebrow it's lighter here and then darker here. Okay, so that is it for basically the whole look. Now for the lips, I'm just going to be applying this like dark purple shade just because that's the color that I want. But if you want more of a natural look with a nude lip or a red lip, these are kind of natural eyes. I just feel like they have a little bit of a purple undertone, so I want to do the purple with the lips, but you could do whatever you prefer. So this is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss, and it is in the shade Oatmeal Raisin. It's just like a purple shade.
Everyone else, you're watching your back like you can relax. You're trying to be cool, you look like a fool to me. Tell me why you have to go and make things so complicated.